This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon and thank you for watching News 8 Now. I'm Sophia Pullman. Communities in Mississippi are reeling from a massive tornado that ripped through the region Friday night, killing at least 26 people and injuring dozens more. The National Weather Service says the tornado was an EF4 with wind speeds up to 170 miles an hour when the severe weather struck Georgia on Sunday. Crispin Benvenides reports from Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
Georgia got hit Sunday with the same storm system that slammed parts of Mississippi and Alabama on Friday. Large hailstones pounded residents in East Point, not far from Atlanta, while further south, heavy rain caused flooding in the town of Thomaston. In LaGrange, residents are assessing the damage and beginning to clean up after tornadoes tore through yesterday. Authorities say 30 to 40 homes were completely destroyed in Troup County alone.
This is the first time in a while we've had this much structural damage from a tornado.
In Mississippi, destruction from Friday's deadly twister stretches for over 150 miles. Rolling Fork, a town of roughly 2,000 people, is mostly flattened.
And when we got out, it was chaos.
Restaurant owner Tracy Harden rode out the storm in a walk-in refrigerator.
And you just hear screaming of this one's name and that one's name, and these are people you know, and you know they were home, and you don't know where they are.
With so much devastation here in Rolling Fork, FEMA teams are already on the ground and promising to stay as long as needed.
Housing is going to be our biggest issue, and we are going to work with the governor and his team to make sure that we are finding creative solutions to help this community.
Volunteers from neighboring states are helping with food, water, and supplies.
I knew that there was going to be help needed, so I got in and drove here.
Mississippi has opened more than half a dozen shelters for storm victims, many who lost everything. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
Yesterday, President Biden approved a disaster declaration authorizing federal funding for some of the state's hardest hit counties.
Well, here locally across the Coulee region, we are starting to see some increasing clouds moving in from the west now. And this is kind of a sign of what's to come, or a precursor, that is, of what we can expect here really throughout the rest of the day. As you can see, all those cloudy conditions continue to move in there from the west as we're watching a weak system here in the form of a cold front here beginning to pass through. Current temperatures right now, 36 in La Crosse, 39 in Winona. It's 44 currently in La Crosse, 42 in Sparta, 43 in Viroqua, and we're seeing temperatures into the upper 40s. Bosqueville just shy of 50 there. Prairie Sheen right now at 45 degrees. So here's what you can really expect throughout the day. We're going to continue to see those cloudy conditions push in from the west, but overall our temperatures remain fairly seasonable with highs today into those mid to upper 40s during the afternoon hours. Also under a light northerly breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour here today as well. And that northerly wind should drag in some of those cooler temperatures in here across the area at the same time. So we'll talk more about this, plus your full weather forecast to let you know how the rest of the week is shaping out as well later on in the show. Sophia?
A Mondovi man is in custody after firing shots outside of the Hunting Shack Gentlemen's Club in Sparta. The Monroe County Sheriff Office says Alexander Knudsen tried to enter the business, but staff and patrons forced him back outside. Knudsen fired a handgun in the parking lot, then drove away. Deputies later found him in a crashed car nearby. Knudsen says he was arrested for reckless endangerment, disorderly conduct, and using a weapon while intoxicated and operating a vehicle while intoxicated. He is being held at Monroe County Jail. Officials are still investigating the incident. Blaine's Farm in Fleet is officially reopened after a big renovation. Customers got to enjoy special promotions for the big day and got to check out the store's fresh new look. The store events coordinator says customer feedback played a big role in the remodel. The reopening also celebrated the store's 40th anniversary. It's a true sign of spring. A La Crosse staple is opening up for the season today. Rudy's Drive-In in La Crosse will be ready for customers this morning at 11. Already happened. This year is extra special as it has now been open for 90 years. Owner Justin Smith says it's an exciting time of year.
It's that time of the year. It's time to get back at it. It's fun to see all the customers again. It's fun to see all the workers. It's sunshine and it's going to get nice.
Rudy's will be open 7 days a week for outdoor and drive-up dining. The dining room is still closed because of low staff. They are hiring, so if you'd like to help out, you can apply online. It is a great time of year to start your spring cleaning. The City of La Crosse yard waste and brush site is now open. You can bring leaves, garden plants, and long branches to the site. You'll need to become authorized. You can do so during your first visit or by going to the City of La Crosse website. Winter Guard members showed their stripes at the first ever Winter Color Guard competition this weekend. The event was held at Onalaska High School, and students came from as far as the Twin Cities. Teams of performers shared their choreographed dances with the audience, wielding flags, rifles, and batons. La Crosse Stars director Jason Harden says Winter Guard is a little different from Color Guard.
Color Guards want to keep on being active. They actually perform in venues like this, a gymnasium-type size space, to recorded music, rather than having a marching band or some other kind of ensemble provide the music.
Harden hopes this event gets people excited about Winter Guard programs in the area, and he hopes to host the event again next year. Still to come on News 8 Now at noon, millions in Philadelphia have resorted to drinking only bottled water following a chemical spill in a nearby creek. Stocks closed in positive territory Friday as investors are still keeping an eye on the banking industry. CBS News' Matt Piper has the latest business headlines from New York.
In an interview with CBS's Face the Nation, the president of Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis, Neel Kashkari, says the banking system is sound, while adding that it's too soon to know the effect that the Silicon Valley Bank failure will have on inflation and the economy. Kashkari is also calling for a regulatory system that ensures the soundness of the banking system to help community and regional banks thrive. And overnight, we learned First Citizens Bank will acquire all of Silicon Valley Bank's deposits and loans from the FDIC, according to the regulator. People living in Philadelphia lined up to buy bottled water yesterday. It's after a chemical spill prompted a water advisory for the more than 1.5 million people living in the city. Officials say 8,000 gallons of a latex product started leaking into a creek in nearby Bucks County on Friday before reaching the Delaware River over the weekend. The city now says the tap water is safe to drink until at least later tonight. And Twitter has acknowledged through a legal filing yesterday that part of its source code has been leaked online. Source code is the computer code that runs the social media site. First reported by the New York Times, the legal document filed by Twitter asked the website GitHub to take down the code that someone posted. Twitter also asked the site to identify who published the code on the giant online software coding community. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next. It's one of the best ways to prevent illnesses at home and in the hospital. We know hand hygiene contributes to the spread of healthcare-associated infections that affect 1 in 31 hospital patients. Now, a group of medical organizations are updating the recommendations for prevention. Bradley Blackburn has the story.
We all know hand washing is important, but many of us could do a better job scrubbing more often and the right way. Now, 5 medical organizations are coming together to recommend strategies to prevent healthcare-associated infections through hand hygiene.
It's the basic foundation of all infection prevention in a healthcare setting. We are updating this guidance because there's a lot of literature about how we can improve hand hygiene, and we need to improve hand hygiene.
The new guidance recommends ongoing training in hand washing and proper use of sanitizer. Research suggests only 7% of healthcare personnel effectively clean the entire surface of their hands.
86% of the healthcare personnel performed hand hygiene at the appropriate time, but they missed their fingertips and they missed their thumbs. You want to have enough hand sanitizer to clean all of the skin on your hands.
And of course, hand washing is critical to protect your family from getting sick. The experts say lather and spend 20 seconds singing happy birthday twice.
Cold or warm water, doesn't need to be hot.
Dr. Daniel Sullivan from the Cleveland Clinic gave us a quick demonstration.
During that 20 seconds, cleaning not only the palms, but also our thumbs and the back of our hands, and then lastly, rubbing under the nails to get any virus that may be hiding under the nails. After the 20 seconds, rinsing and then drying with a clean towel.
And be sure to wash up before and after eating, using the bathroom, and after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing to keep everyone in the house safe. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Hand washing is also important at home if you're handling pet foods and treats or waste and after touching garbage. As we head to break, here is a live look at CityCam 8. Derek is in next with our forecast.
Well, it shows a bit of a cloudier start here to the afternoon now. As you can see behind me from CityCam 8, you can see some of those high-level cirrus clouds and stratiform clouds here developing there into the distance in the sky. 44 degrees is the current temperature right now. It does feel like 41, though, when you factor in the winds. Out of the northwest now at 6 miles an hour, that's creating a slight wind chill effect for us to work with. Meanwhile, to the north in Eau Claire, it feels like the freezing mark now of 32 with the wind chill there. Temperatures here for the actual temperature, that is, at 36 degrees with some sunshine. 44 degrees right now in Black River Falls. It's 42 in Sparta. 49 down in Boscobel, just shy of 50 degrees there. Meanwhile, in Winona, you're currently at 39 degrees. And we're seeing Decorah down in Iowa around 43. The forecast high temperatures today into the mid to upper 40s. Some spots nearing that 50-degree mark, such as La Crosse today. Boscobel, though, sure to hit around 51 here. It looks like Viroqua around 46. I'm only thinking 42, though, for the high temperature in Eau Claire this afternoon. We're expecting cloud cover to continue throughout much of the day with those temperatures into the 40s. We'll see some partly cloudy conditions as we head towards 7, temperatures dropping slightly to about 43. And the temperatures will drop, especially for tomorrow a little bit, because we do have the front here currently moving through the area. Expected to move through as we head into early this evening and then kind of stall out here, it looks like, and dragging some of those clouds along with it here as well. And on Sky Tracker, in fact, you can see some of those clouds moving in across the area from the west. This will continue for most locations to around 4 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, maybe a little bit of some partial clearing here and there, but some of those higher level clouds still hanging on here as we head into overnight tonight around 4 a.m. Still looking at a few clouds moving through. Our next system is going to be moving in from the north. That will give us some cloudier skies to work with here as we head into 6 p.m., especially into the Chippewa Valley, and then move south as we head into tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon to the evening, that is, especially by tomorrow night around 11 o'clock, maybe a couple of some spotty snow showers associated with this system that could move through. And the same here could be set into late tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning around 5 a.m. Maybe a little bit of a narrow line of showers, of snow showers, that is, moving across our southern zones. That should clear out as we head into early Wednesday afternoon. And really throughout the rest of the day Wednesday, I'm expecting some cooler temperatures here to work with, but also much clearer weather conditions. And I do say cooler because our highs will be only around 39 degrees for Wednesday. There is a chance that we could be running into some pretty wet conditions, though, it looks like, for Thursday and Friday as another storm system moves in, and that could give us some pretty good rain chances to work with on both Thursday and Friday, with highs into the 40s and 50s there. We'll be looking at a slight chance of a snow shower or so on Saturday from the lingering effects of that system that will give us the rain on Thursday and Friday. But other than that, these high temperatures will be fairly seasonable except for Wednesday. 39 degrees. That's the only downside here that we have to look forward to, unfortunately. But other than that, those highs in the 40s and 50s and lows in the 20s and 30s. Not really a whole lot of sunshine with the only exception of Wednesday. But like I said, though, that's going to be a cold day.
That Monday 55,
yeah,
that's what's calling my name.
There you go. Exactly.
Thanks, Derek.
Yep.
When we come back, a trip of a lifetime. A local Dragon boat team is headed to New Zealand this weekend.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A lacrosse dragon boat team is getting ready for a trip of a lifetime. Cancer survivor team, the Lacrosse Mississippi Sisters, will head to New Zealand this Friday. They'll be a part of the International Breast Cancer Paddlers Commission Volunteer Dragon Boat Festival. Team captain Terry Pade says lots of hard work has led up to their big trip.
I've actually been in Florida for the past few months, so I've been working out with a team there, paddling. A lot of the local folks here have been coming to the Y and working out on their own just to keep strong and maintain good core strength.
The festival they're headed to welcomes nearly 5,000 people from all across the world. Stay with us. We will have one more check of your forecast when we return.
Here's another check on your 8-day forecast. Mainly cloudy for today and tomorrow. Highs into the mid to upper 40s. Much colder for Wednesday. High of 39. Mostly sunny, though. We watch out for a chance of rain showers on Thursday and Friday, so something we'll keep our eyes on that. Maybe even a chance of a thunderstorm or two. Saturday, maybe a couple of snow showers, but early in the morning on Saturday. Other than that, we are expecting pretty seasonable temperatures for the most part as well.
Thanks, Derek.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching News 8 Now. You can catch us again at 5 and 6 with more of your latest news. Thank you again, and we'll catch you later.